Hey guys, how is everyone doing? So in this video we'll discuss about this problem maximal square. Given a 2D binary matrix filled with zeros and ones, find the largest square containing only ones and return its area. For this input, the output is 4 as the largest square with all ones is this, and for this the area is 4. So let us see how we can solve this problem. So in order to solve this problem, we are going to maintain an auxiliary array. Let us name that auxiliary array dp array. So what does dpij represents? It's written over here. Each entry dpij represents size of the largest square containing only ones, including I, j, where I, j is the rightmost and bottommost entry in the square. Correct? So let us consider that we are given this array. We will create a dp array of similar size. Once we have this dp array, what we will do is we will take the maximum of this dp array. So on taking the maximum of it, we will have the size of the largest square containing only ones, and we will simply return the square of it because we need the area of the largest square containing only ones. Correct? So let us see how we can fill this dp array. One clear insight that you can see over here is for row 0 and for column 0, it's very easy to fill. Why is that? Let us consider this cell. Now try to consider all the squares with this element present in all those squares as the rightmost and the bottommost element. You can see this is the only square which can exist over here. Correct? So for row 0 and column 0, the value of the dp array represents only on the value of array ij. In case it is 0, dpij is 0. In case it is 1, dpij is 1. So let me just fill all these values. So this is 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is 0, this is 1, this is 1. Now how to fill for these cells? So in order to fill this for these cells, it depends upon the value of ARR ij at I, j. So in case it is 1, what we will do is we will take the minimum of the left corners, that is this one which is I j minus 1, this one I minus 1 j minus 1, and this one I minus 1 j. We will take the minimum of these three values and we will simply add 1 to it in case the current value is 1. So it's written over here. If the current value is 1, then we will do for dpij, we will take the minimum of these three values and we will just add 1 to it. And in case ARI is 0, we will simply say dpij is 0, which is self-explanatory. So let us try to fill this. So for this, the current value is 1. We will take the minimum of this, and this, which is 0, and we will simply add 1 to it, which is 1. For this, we will take the minimum of these three values and simply add 1 to it, which is 2. So what this 2 represents is this square. Correct? So similarly, you can fill the rest of the array. So let me write the code for this and then things will be more clear. So first check for the null condition, that is in case matrix equal null or matrix dot length equal 0, you can simply return a 0 out of here. Let us define two variables, m as matrix dot length and n as matrix 0 dot length. Let us define a dp array of size m cross n. Let us fill this dp array. Sorry for this, I made a mistake. J++. What we will do is first we will check for the 0th row, that is in case I equal 0 or j equal 0. We will simply say dpij equals ARR, that is this is matrix ij minus 0. Else what we will do is dpij equals, we will check in case matrix ij equal 1, in that case this will be equals to math.min of dp I j minus 1 math.min of dp I minus 1 j minus 1 comma dp I minus 1 j, and we will simply add 1 to it, otherwise it will be 0. Correct. Here I'll also maintain a value called max, which is initially minus 1, and after each of this iteration we will say max equals math.max of max comma dp ij. We will simply return max into max. So let me just run this code. Let me submit this solution. So it got accepted. Okay, one more thing that I want to point over here is I've already discussed about this technique in the previous questions. I'll just link those questions down. Okay, so what we are going to do is, as you can see, for the dpij is only dependent upon dpij minus 1, dpi minus 1j, dpi minus 1j. Correct. So what I mean to say is that for ith row it only depends upon the I minus 1th row. So again we are going to apply the flag technique to reduce the space complexity. So what we can say is, let us define a value called flag, which is 0. We are going to change the number of rows to 2. So in place of I, write flag, and in place of I minus 1 write flag XOR 1. Over here as well, flag XOR 1. Okay, okay, and after this is done, we have to toggle flag as well, flag XOR equals 1. So I guess that's it. Let me run this code once. So it's giving a runtime error. So let me see what mistake that I did. The number of rows are reduced to 2. The value of flag is 0. We are filling dp of flag j, dp of flag j. This is dp of flag j minus 1, dp of flag XOR 1, dp of flag XOR 1 over here as well. Okay, over here this is also flag. So let me run this code again. So it's giving the correct result. Let me submit the solution. So it got accepted. So I guess that's it from the video. So in this video we discussed about two solutions. First is the DP solution, and then we try to optimize the space over it. So in case you have learned anything from the video, you can hit that like button, and in order to show your support, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you all.